And I had like so much. Let's put it this way: like I had this what's it called? I think this is Brandy Melville top. And it looks kind of nice. You guys can't tell, but I have like the arm loop is a little low, but oh well. So Brandy Melville, in case you guys are not familiar with that brand, it's like a one size fits all brand. So they don't have any other size except like a generic. I know I'm repeating myself, like one size fits all. So I saw this top and I wore it and I was like, ooh, I like it. So that's the plus side about going through the closet. I find that there's pieces that I like, and then I feel kind of like I see it, I like it, I put it in the closet, and then later on I like circle back, and then there's some pieces that I'm kind of like, I don't know if I really like it, but I don't have anything like that. So until I get a better piece, I'll keep it in the closet. So today I'm getting rid of, or I'm planning. I posted like 4 items to get rid of, and then not yesterday, like last week, I also got rid of like 4 or 5 items as well. So things are getting out there, and there's not too much I really want to get rid of. Maybe like 2 pieces, maybe. It's gonna be tough because I have all these jackets. I have so many jackets. It's just like freaking Hawaii. I have more jackets than I have tops sometimes, I feel like. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys this. So I was walking home one day from a supermarket, and I saw, you know how I tell you guys about the free boxes? Some person had a like what's it called, like a sterilite, you know, the plastic boxes, and because it was raining, all the stuff inside was just soaking wet. It was terrible. And one of the things that was inside of this was this little hat, and I didn't have a bag on me or anything, and I thought, frick, it's in this puddle of water. It's like this much puddle of water. Oh, oh my gosh. But I took it home anyway, because I thought it was such a cute little hat. See, so kind of looked like a pillbox though. And I saw this thing over here, right? So it says Gabriel Amar for Frank Olive. So I hand washed this as carefully as I could and let it dry. Man, I don't know how to take care of a hat like this. I figured just hand wash and just like air dry and hope for the best of it. See, he has like this little bow over here. See it? So it's kind of like a sewn bow, and I liked it because I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like little stitches over here. So although it was submerged in water, I told myself, hey, I'm gonna save this hat. So today I finally look it up, and I see that Frank Olive actually designed things around like the 1950s, 1960s, and I was super hyped up about it. I was like, oh, maybe this is actually a vintage, because I thought it was a vintage hat based on what I saw, right? And that's why I grabbed it. It reminds me of like the little pillbox. So I grabbed it, and then I looked closely at it, and I don't know if you guys can see it. If Andrea's in the chat, she's gonna get so triggered by this, but look how they put the tag in. Do you see that? It's everyone's favorite adhesive, glue gun. So it's the tag is glue gunned on, and it seems that Gabriel Amar took over this Frank Olive thing. They didn't say when, but they said today. So a nice vintage hat brand now has glue gun as to stick their label on. And not only that, there's this little part. Look at this wonderful glue gun. Look at that, only the finest glue gun. I'm just happy. It doesn't look like they glue gun the top, but that's some shoddy manufacturing over there. So I put this little thing on my head. I don't know if it's too small for my head, but I was just I looked at it. I was like, it's so it looks nice from the top, but not the bottom. Yeah. Oh, at the glue gun. Ooh. Ooh. Yes, I don't know where to buy a. There's such a thing. No, this. You know what? I'm a connoisseur of glue gun. I consider myself to be quite a connoisseur. This feels like glue gun to me. See, that feels like glue gun. I can just rip it off, and I just hand washed it, but yeah. So I think I'm gonna hit it with more glue gun, and I know there's gonna be a person who's cringing over there, like, she's gonna glue gun her hat back. But yeah, I mean, I could hand sew it, but I'm afraid, I don't know. I could actually carefully hand sew it. Like put a careful little stitch under the ribbon. See over there? Like no one's gonna be able to see a black stitch, but Yeah, I wish they put it. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Look at this. This beautiful glue gun smear. See that? Glue gun smear. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much this hat was new, but I saw it and I thought it was kind of cute. See? So I need to like bobby pin it. I'm not too familiar with these hats. This hat actually might be too small for my. I don't consider my head to be that big, but yeah, it's let's see here. I'm trying to like stay into focus, but it's hold on. Let me get my. I got one bobby pin. Where's my second bobby pin? Yeah, Lewis was telling me, he said, Erica, this hat looks ridiculous. And I said, my hat is not ridiculous. He just doesn't have any sense of like hats. I don't know. He's a very, he's a very black and white guy. I mean, he's kind of like, you look at him and he's like, wears polo shirt and jeans and V-neck, and that's about as stylish as he gets. So, yeah, I think I put it over here. I probably need another hair clip. See? So I have a little hat over here, and I think it's kind of cute. Yeah. See? What? Oh, look at this. Hey, come over here. Let's see your fashion. What? Okay, yeah. He has to straighten out his shirt. Can you guess what he's wearing? I'll give you a hint. It's a polo. What?
This is my stream now.
That is not your stream. No, don't throw me off my stream.
That's my stream.
Why are you throwing me off my stream?
It's my stream.
Why do you want to like bombard my stream?
Fine, it could be your stream again.
I know.
Hey, why is it so loose? I gotta fix it.
Huh? No, it's loose because I gotta. There we go. Okay, see. So yeah, do you think my hat is a little too small? I don't know how they figure out hat sizes. Like when I was looking at pillbox hats, I was looking at like Jackie Kennedy and stuff. I know, like she's such a style icon, and her hat looks bigger than mine. And I don't know if I'm putting it too back or if I'm supposed to put it off on the side. I think I'm supposed to put it off on the side. I can't really ask people like around. Like not too many people are familiar with these hats, but I really like this. I really like this hat. Where'd my hat go? Where'd my pin go? Oh, I lost the pin. The pin went somewhere. It went off into the ether. No, it's actually on the bed somewhere. Hold on. I have 2 bobby pins. Okay, whatever. I'll find the other pin later. Oh, it's actually my hair. Look at that. Yeah, so this hat, I know, okay, so common sense tells me this back part over here and this part goes on the back. But does it go sideways? Does it go sideways? Or does it, I guess maybe it does go sideways. Maybe it goes sideways. Because I looked at Google Images and they have it like off on the side. So I don't know if it's supposed to be off on the side or, I don't know, like this hat, is this really like for a person with a really small head? I don't know. It's either off on the side. It could be off on the side. Somewhere. Smaller head. Where's towards the side? Towards the front. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Off to the side. Towards the front. Shouldn't the hair be forward and more fun? Okay. We're getting there. I gotta figure this thing out. Yeah, not really. I can go to like a hat place. Where would I get a hat like this anyway? Okay, I guess maybe towards the front. Wait, where's my label? My label's over here. Okay, let's just take off one clip. Okay, so maybe. Okay, I gotta keep looking at that label. Okay, maybe like off on the front. So off to the side. Maybe like that? Maybe? Yeah, maybe, yeah. Maybe it looks like this. I can see that. Off to the side. Because it's slanted on my head. Does that look okay, you guys? Let me see. Lace fringe or something. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be some sort of, I don't know if there's supposed to be some sort of lace on here. I don't think so. I don't know how they styled it. You know, I'm not very familiar with hat styles of like yesteryear. But yeah, I feel like there's something. Yeah, I kind of wish there was like some kind of lace or something here, but there isn't. Let's see. Seems like just a ways to dress up and not let people's neck turn. I don't know. You know, I don't know. it does seem like a waste, if I just like dress up and then I just stay indoors and just work on it. But yeah, I look outside, I'm like, I don't know, I don't know. But I am, I am yeah, I am just like slowly working myself. The whole thing with this is that I want it to be a routine. So I'm comfortable with dressing up, and then if I do dress up, it doesn't feel like, okay, well, Erica, you're just doing this because of like some special occasion. And but yeah, there is a disconnect because afterwards, I know, the point of that is to create a symmetry. Okay. Yeah. It is a nice day today. So does this look okay? Is this like, should I move it off? I feel like I'm like asking you guys, like, yeah, you guys are more aware than me. Some of you might be older than me too. So you guys are more familiar, more knowledgeable than me with these freaking hats. Um, yeah, you know what? I actually like the little hat look. I think it's so unique. So many people around here, they wear beanies or they wear like how would I say it? They wear just like those standard hats, and I think it's something. Something very sweet, and there's something very unique about wearing these like tiny hats that is vintage, and you don't see them. And the other thing too is, it's like I see them online. I see a few of them online, and I just kind of want to rehome it. I want to rehome the hat to me. I want to rehome some hats, and then as I get older, just have like a little collection of small hats, and it's gonna be clearly obvious. It's gonna be clearly obvious that, hey, that's really my thing. But yeah, Lewis does not really like the small hat thing. He is against the small hats, because he's also, team polo.
I'm not anti-Semitic. What are you accusing me of?
Huh?
I am not.
You do not like. Here, come over here. Come over here. Come over here. I never said anything like that. I just said you don't like my tiny hat.
I just heard you say that Lewis is against the tiny hats.
Yeah, my tiny
I
hat.
am not against the
He
tiny
does not
hats.
like- Huh?
I'm not a fan of circumcision, but I'm not against the
What do you
tiny
think of it?
hats.
Do you think it looks cute?
Oh, you mean this tiny hat?
Yeah, this tiny hat.
Oh, this just looks ridiculous.
It looks ridiculous. What
I love your
about it?
outfit. This outfit that you have is completely you, but then you put the hat on.
What's wrong with the hat?
Yeah, I mean, you look French or something.
I look French.
Yes,
What's wrong with the French?
everything. I didn't say that. Well, I kind of did, but
We can't delete anything on live stream.
oh well.
Oh well. Anyway, so yeah, I'm trying a new different style. I know it looks like a vintage shift style. I know, I love it. I love it so much. I love vintage things. I think that they're so special looking, and now when I go over to like a regular department store, it doesn't have the same appeal. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it just looks so standardized. Like, yeah, you got like the rhinestones. I mean, like, you got like the glitter on there, and you got like the like boho look, or some kind of like how would I say, like minimalistic look. But it doesn't have like cute little touches like this. And this hat was so nice. I just pulled it out from, I would never ever do that. I would never pull it out from like a sterilite bin that has a bunch of water in there. But yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. I did check it. I washed it. I quarantined my hat. I looked on it and they said like head lice you need. They last for like a couple days. So I quarantined my hat and then I just inspected it and I was like, I think everything's okay. Yeah, I think everything's okay. So I do use precautions. It's not like I just like randomly just toss it on my head or something like that. But yeah, this hat was fine. And I gave it a thorough look over. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say a Korean French girl. Yeah. So I don't know where I can get another hat like this, because I never, like, I've seen a bunch of hats like besides online. Yeah, I guess I would have to find like a pillbox hat. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll go down like the pillbox hat path. I don't know what you would call this. Andrea, do you know what you would call this hat? I think you would call this a pillbox, but I'm not too sure. Ooh, the marvelous mix. You know what? I am going to watch that. Watch me just go all crazy. I want to get that kind of fashion. Ah. I heard like Queen's Gambit. I heard people really like the fashion there. There's also what, Mad Men. I heard they had really good fashion. Yeah. So for this kind of stuff, I do have to buy vintage. So my earrings, although they are not in the perfect condition, these earrings are vintage. My little hat is vintage, and I'm not worried. Like the cost of it is low. Like this was a free hat, of course, but I just worry like what if I lose a piece, right? If I lose the piece, if I lose an earring, I already lost one earring, by the way. Thankfully it was a pair that I didn't really care too much about, but yeah, I think like man, if I lose an earring, I feel like it's kind of irreplaceable. And if I lose, I'm not gonna lose a hat if it's bobby pinned to my head, but if anything happens or if it's destroyed or if there's I don't know, it's just I want to like protect these little pieces and keep them nice and safe from harm. So yeah, I also have my other freebie clutch, which is not the best. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it would be under category of fascination. Yeah, I love these earrings. Here, let me take this off. So if you look closely, you can see that there's like it looks like it's like that plated one. See? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to be like those beauty influencers. See that? So it's like a fake pearl with a little piece of metal and then another fake pearl on there. It's not real, but I saw this online and I just fell in love with it. And this is what I was telling you guys about. Oh, fascinator. I was telling you guys about this. Like, this is a screwback. But I also see like the pierced ear screwback. But the thing is like I don't have my ears pierced. I shared with you guys in a previous stream that I did get my ears professionally pierced by a piercer. However, I had complications after complications. And the piercer told me, like I'd seen her like for a number of months, right? And she was telling me, she said, yeah, it looks like your ear just doesn't want to heal. So it basically formed, I know this is going to sound really graphic, but I had the stud behind my ear, and then my ear tried to form something around the stud, like a little like I don't want to say mass, but it kind of was like that outside of the ear, trying to like cover up the whole. It was terrible. It was terrible. But yeah, so she told me that it's pretty obvious that your ear does not want to have an earring in there, and yeah. So I mean, I was trying all sorts of like creams on there. I was washing my ear, but my ear was just not happy with having an earring in there. So I took off my earring and then it healed up, and the piercer told me, she says the piercer loves having piercings, but even for her piercings, even the old ones she's had for like many months or like a year, if she doesn't keep her piercing in, her piercings want to close up within a week. So I kept that in mind, and that's why I do these little clip-on earrings. It's not because I have anything against ear piercing. It's just that my body doesn't like it. And I figure if anything happens, right, I don't want my immune system to focus on healing my ears when I rather have it focus on the rest of my body. So I've just gone with this route, and you can see with this little, I think it's called a screwback, you can see that you can open this up and you can make it tighter. See that? Compared to some other earrings, like, the clip-ons. Let me pull this up. Like some of these, for instance, this one's not bad, but like other clip-on earrings that you might get if you do decide to go with clip-ons, they might squeeze the bells out of your ear. Like, it's so painful. Oh my gosh. This one is actually really comfortable. It's made by, who makes this? I don't know. It's made in Austria though. It's a vintage. I don't know who makes it. I wish I knew who made this, but anyway, so this one's comfortable, but there's a lot of them that I've like the newer ones, like the newer clip-on earrings, they hurt so bad. So I went with vintage because I felt like they were higher quality and they're cheaper, and they're a hell of a lot more comfortable than the current clip-on earrings. Uh yeah, so I absolutely love I actually love like older style earrings. There's just something so classic about them. And for this, I feel like if I keep my style something like this, it's something that I can gracefully age into. So I don't feel like I don't want to keep up with the trends. Like some people, they say like, oh, I'm going to do this style because it's hip, and now I'm going to do this style and do this style. It just like, you see that a lot in New York. And then when people do that, it's like constantly just change out their wardrobe. Versus if I have something that's really simple and classy, I don't have to worry about looking like bummy. I don't have to worry about like, okay, let me chase the latest fad. It's something that yeah, I could just keep a few pieces in there, and then as I get older, I'm still going to be using earrings like this. And I think that that's the appeal of some of these pieces. Like, I kind of see them as like an heirloom piece. Yeah, and I know my grandma, my mom's mom, had a whole bunch of these kind of things, and I didn't really value them when I was younger. They didn't go to me. They went off to my yeah, they went off to, I don't know what happened to my grandma's vintage pieces, but I'm sure they got sold or rehomed definitely. But yeah, she had so much like nice crystal pieces, and I'm kind of sad about that because I wish that I could have rehomed a bunch of these. And now it's like I said, there's not too much competition in like the vintage market for certain pieces, and I do buy a few pieces here and there, trying to make sure that, hey, yeah, I know it's not considered stylish, but okay, that's more of an opportunity for me. I really shouldn't be sharing this. I shouldn't be sharing this, but it's just like 15 people, so it's okay. So I do have let's see. Yeah, so there's only like, I don't have that many earrings. Like, I have this one, I have my long ones, I have these ones that I thought were really pretty. I never shared it with you guys, but there was a there was this like Harry Winston sunflower ring that I really, really loved. I saw it at the window one day, and this was like years ago. This was probably around 2013, 2014. I think they still carry it. But it was a sunflower diamond ring, and it kind of looks similar to this. And you guys know Harry Winston's a very expensive store, but I loved it so much, so much. I went into the store, and it sounds strange, but I actually asked to try it on, and I tried it on, and I was just like, oh, I was like, it's such a beautiful ring. And then I found out it was a $40,000 ring. Oh, it was so expensive, but it was so beautiful. So whenever I see these, it kind of like, I don't want. It's like the more mortal version of that. You guys can look up the Harry Winston sunflower ring. So yeah, this kind of reminds me of it just a little, and that's why this is actually one of my favorite pieces. I'm not gonna be walking around with no $10,000 piece of jewelry. But yeah. So then I have that, and then I know, like, I keep my jewelry in, like, I know this is so terrible, but I actually keep my jewelry in cardboard boxes. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to. I think like I could store them in a jewelry box, but I was just like, yeah, let me just put them in a cardboard box. I think they'll be okay for now. So I just keep them in a cardboard box, and then I keep some of them separate. Like, if some of them I feel like they might clank with each other, I'll put them in a separate. So yeah, and then I have this beautiful piece. See that? Oh, I love that so much. This is a little much for an earring, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, oh, yeah. So, like, what? I think women. I really shouldn't do that. I think women. I think women need to have more sparkle in their life. I think that they need to have more. I think they need sparkle. I think they need, like, I know this sounds so cliche over here, but I was just gonna say it, like, more diamonds and pearls. But if they can't afford it, then you go with rhinestones, and I think that achieve something very similar to that. And it's like affordable. So yeah, I think some women, it's like I don't understand why some women, they really like hip jewelry. I understand, like, some people like the minimalistic look, but I think every woman needs to have some nice crystal jewelry. I think every woman needs to have like some nice pearl jewelry, and it definitely adds a bit more glamour to an outfit. This is gonna look a little heavy. Yeah, this is gonna look a little, that looks way too much. But yeah, like something like, just like a piece that when you see it, you're like, oh, it's so beautiful. And this is a piece, like, I can't really match it with too many things, but there are a few things in the closet that doesn't come to mind right now that looks pretty nice with. And believe it or not, I think this piece was only $15. It was like either 10 or $15. I don't spend too much money on my earrings, and since there's no, was there a maker over here? Oh yeah, there was actually. No, it's Sarah Covington. Yeah, it's Sarah Covington. So yeah, because there's not too much demand for vintage stuff, like I said, it's pretty cheap. So and I don't like. I kind of wonder, and I know this is gonna sound strange, but I kind of wonder, when these pieces inevitably get bought up, and because it's not fashionable anymore, right? You don't really see things getting mass produced like this. Like what happens? Does it just like does the supply just go lower and lower and lower? Because there's only so many things from like the 50s or 60s out there. We're entering we're already in 2020. So in 30 years, right? It's gonna be, yeah, 30 years from now. Well, I'm gonna be 60 years old in 30 years. I'm gonna be 62 in 30 years. So by then geez, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, yeah, 1950. Wait, no, well, wait, yeah, wait, 1930, yeah, yeah, 2021 minus 2050, yeah, yeah. So that'll be like 30 years from now, but yeah, 100 years afterwards. Crazy, crazy. So, yeah, I just kind of think like, I don't know how fashion is gonna be in 20, 30 years. Maybe I'll circle back. Maybe people will start dressing, maybe people will start using crystals and things like that again. But I kind of, like I said, I look outside, I see how people are dressed, and it's like, I like minimalistic clothing, but when you see so much of it, it just gets boring. I just get tired of seeing jeans. It's strange for me to say it that way, but I get tired of seeing jeans. I get tired of seeing sneakers and jeans all the time. T-shirt, sneaker, and jeans. And yeah, you guys might say like, "Oh, Erica, that's kind of like a normal thing," but it, like, visually, it's a little boring to me. So as a result of that, that's why it's like I have these little pieces, and then I wear these pieces, and I'm like, oh, it's so different. I like it. It's like having a breath of fresh air. But yeah, if I go outside, I know what to expect. Like, I know some people will think like, oh, Erica, New York is so fashionable. You would imagine maybe like people be walking around looking like Sex in the City. No, the majority of people don't look like that. Yeah, definitely not walking around go to the grocery store or something. I can tell you what people normally wear to the grocery store. It's like jeans, t-shirt. Of course, when it's winter, everybody's wearing a winter jacket. But it's not like wearing stiletto high heels or something like that, or cute shoes. It's just normal. It's just normal. It's a little underwhelming. So that's why Lewis was telling me. He said, "Oh, Erica, if you dress like this, going outside in the neighborhood, just walking around, it's gonna look so different compared to everybody else that you will become a target." And I agree with him. It's like, I don't want to become a target of theft. I don't want people to have to kind of, let's put it this way. There are dangers. There are dangers around where we live, and it's not the best feeling. It's not good to like look on like an app and see like, oh wow, there's a home invasion about half a mile of from where we live in like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Where people try to break in, and I think that it could be random, or it could be targeted. And sometimes if you make yourself a target, and I've said this before on stream, right? If you wear certain things, you make yourself a target, and then yeah, I don't want people to like think, oh wow, look at this chick. Oh wow, she has like some nice stuff over here. Oh yeah, she probably has like loads of like, expensive stuff, or possibly expensive stuff, where she lives. And yeah, that would not be good, because I think it's like a lot of the stuff, like, of course, stuff, right? If it gets stolen, you can replace it, but it's just having that feeling that someone intruded in, someone took the stuff that you curated or you've been collecting, and that hurts more than anything. So, but yeah, monetary value of like this stuff is cheap. It's like all my jewelry and everything that I have that I just picked up. It's like $50 for all my pieces that I bought. So, it's not a high value thing. So that if anybody even thought about it, like they would be very underwhelmed when they actually brought it over to like a pawn shop or something, because the pawn shop will be like, oh yeah, this is some like costume jewelry. So yeah, if you want to protect yourself and you don't want to spend a lot of money on stuff, I would highly recommend getting costume jewelry, because costume jewelry is cheap. And it's not like I'm trying to like say like, oh, this is a very expensive earring or anything like that. It's all about just like, I can't, like, I put it this way, like, if I lose it, I don't want to think like, oh, this is a piece that costs so much money and I can't afford to replace it. My only concern about these pieces, like I said, is because I can't get another one. That's the thing that stinks if I lose it. Let's see. Water teardrops looks better with slightly what? Oh, I know what you're talking about. The water shaped ones. Yeah, I've seen. You know what? I'll think about it. I don't really know what like style earring matches me. I just kind of go with something like not too flashy, and not too big because my ear is not that big. I've got some pieces that it's like, oh my gosh, I got to show you this one. So I got like some earrings in a lot. It was like a small lot. And yeah, let's see it over here. Like this one. See that? Like, I wanted to see this looks freaking ridiculous on my ear. This thing is so big. And I think, was this the earring? I think this was the earring that, yeah, this, you see how big this earring is? I think it's like 1 inch. Oh yeah, my face needs to be bigger. I'll show you how ridiculous this looks. Yeah. So, I mean, I saw it, I thought it was pretty. Then once I put it on my face, I was like, whoa, it's like big plus big. Oh my gosh. And it's too loose. I think I need to tighten it somehow. Let's see. Oh no, it's not even sticking on. Maybe that's why. Hold on. Okay, this is so... Yeah, see? It's like super big. See how big that freaking earring is? I was like, how big does my face... I think I'm too small or something, but... Yeah, this earring, see it? It's like when you look at it, I don't know if it's just me, but I thought this earring was huge. See? It's just so big. Ah. Let's see here. I could be a stylish grandma. You know what I love about pearls so much? Well, first of all, I think there's a luminescence to them. And then, yeah, if you get like a strand of real pearls, if you put them in the light, they have like different shades of colors, and it's super subtle. I don't like the really cheapy looking pearls. I do have like 1 or 2 pairs of cheap pearls, and when I see it, I'm like, frick, this is so dull. It looks so fake. It's not even funny. Yeah, I would stick out like I would stick out like a thumb, not a sore thumb, but I would definitely stick out. Like I said, people in the neighborhood definitely like they notice. Like there are people. Let's put it this way, there are people like hanging around outside of the neighborhood pretty often, and they just hang out on the sidewalk, and they notice. They notice people. They talk to people, and it's like, yeah. So I had one conversation with the person, right? I never spoke to them before, and they said something like, "Oh, yeah, you moved late last year, right, over to here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they said, "Oh, I know you have a dog, yeah." And I was like, how do you know? How do you know that? I'm like, and then I realized, like, man, yeah. So I bring in the cat food, right? I bring in the cat food. I throw that there in the recycle bin. Yeah, but it just surprised me because I don't know when people move in. Like, I see people, I have no idea when they moved into the neighborhood, but that person knew when I moved in, and I had never spoken to them before. And they weren't, they don't live in the building either. I know. Yeah, so yeah, let me know what do you think I could do about these earrings. A bowler hat? Okay, maybe. I got see you guys are way more stylish than I am. I have no idea what to match these earrings with. I thought they were pretty, but yeah, so I've also like when I go online and I buy stuff, sometimes I read stories like people say, "Oh yeah, I'm clearing out my grandma's estate," or "Oh, these are earrings that belong to my mom," and yeah, we're just parting her estate, and it kind of saddens me. It saddens me when I hear things like these were my mom's favorite earrings. This one person said that their mom actually made these earrings. And I thought to myself, like, why don't you keep your earrings that your mom made? You know, if you're a female, you should what better compliment is it for your mom or your if you're your loved one if you wear the jewelry that they wore, because that's jewelry that they truly loved and appreciated. And yeah, so the other piece, oh I just broke this earring. Oh my gosh, I just flipped it and the damn thing came out. No, dang it. Oh, I gotta glue gun it back on. Yeah, I can glue gun this. Look at that, it just broke off. Okay, so see, this is I've actually lost I actually have an earring that I lost because the back came out from the thing. So these are kind of fragile. But yeah, I can glue gun this back on. No problem. No problem. I'll just glue gun it back on. So yeah, like this earring, if you guys can look at this. I could not figure out a fix for this, so I actually put foam behind here. You know, the kind of like packing foam? Yeah, I cut a square packing foam, even better it doesn't stick on my ear. Only you guys know that. But yeah, so this one, see, it's like a big heart. It's a little too much, but um, the person who was selling this, I had no idea if this would work with me or not. Like, is this gonna be too small? Is this gonna be too big? But the person who sold this, I distinctively remember they had said something along the lines of, their mom made these earrings, and there was another pair of earrings that they said their mom was their favorite pair, but I looked at it, I was like, oh frick, that's gonna be way too big on my ear. So I didn't buy it. I thought like, oh, I'll let someone else buy it, and someone else did buy it. But this pair, I thought, okay, maybe I can work with it. And then if I had the other pair, see that, it would kind of look like that. It's a little much. Maybe I'll find something to match it with. Maybe I'll give it away. But yeah, that's basically all my earrings that I have. It's not that much, but yeah. So in the future, what I do want to have is I do want to have a not only an earring collection. I want to have a little hat collection, and I also want to have a brooch. I can't show you guys. Yeah, I don't have a brooch on me right now. But like a little brooch, like a rhinestone one. You know what I'm talking about? Like, those, okay, this is the earring, but you know how they have those like those nice classy rhinestone brooches? So I have like my earrings and my brooch and my hat. Oh, I think it would look so cute, but all of that would have to be vintage. And yeah, it would just be me finding pieces and taking care of them. So I don't take any of these pieces for granted. Like, a lot of this stuff is older than me, and I think that it is such a, it's a responsibility, and it's a honor to have it, to be able to get this piece in my hand. This one I heard was from like the 50s. See how pretty it is? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't find, like, once I saw this, I thought to myself, like, I have to get these pair of earrings. They're so pretty. I don't know where I could get earrings as sparkly and pretty. See that? It's so pretty. And it was just gorgeous. So yeah, I have this. And it's a screw back again. So if you guys don't wanna like pierce your ears, or if you guys can't have a pierced ear like I can't, go with this one. This is the preferred way, because this one you can adjust the comfort. You can make it smaller or bigger if you want. And yeah, I never knew about these earrings until I went down the vintage earring search. And yeah, I was asking myself, like, how the hell did women back in the days before pierced ears, how did they wear earrings for a long period of time? And it's really just this. Maybe it's like I go to different places, but a lot of places where they have clip-on earrings. They just got these freaking squeeze the life out of your ear thing. So yeah, see. So it's pretty. I think it's pretty. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, Cameo. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. The one with the face on it. Yeah, Cameo. Those are nice. Those are nice. I know. When Lewis gets the car, he can take you to nice places. Yeah, but can you? Yeah, like you know how strange that is. It's like, okay, I look like this, going into a Tesla, going out of a Tesla. Some people be like, oh man, look at those people. Those are the people to rob, huh?
And you're Asian.
What does me being Asian have to do anything with it?
You're
Huh?
an endangered species now.
I'm not endangered. Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, I'm not endangered.
Someone's gonna come up to you and stab you with a Ginsu knife like they did in front of the courthouse building in Manhattan.
Why would they do
They're
that?
gonna go, you rich piece of... 'Cause
Me?
You look too nice.
Do I look nice in this? Do you like my earrings?
Yes, you can't wear those here.
Huh? Oh, that's why I'm indoors.
You're gonna wind up getting put into a dumpster, and not voluntarily.
Huh? I know. Someone's gonna take my earring and be like, "Oh."
Just Google these three words.
Yeah. So I don't want to like replace this earring. I don't know where to replace this earring.
All
from.
you have to do is Google 3 words.
What?
Asian female NYC.
What's that have to do with anything? I don't know. What?
You look too nice. You're gonna go outside and they're gonna beat you. You can't dress like this here. You have to go to some place that's not a shithole.
I know. See, so that's why.
Some place where they don't hate Asians for no reason.
As I told you guys, if you guys ever see me in person, like out on the street, you're gonna be like, "Wow, she looks bummy."
Every woman who walks
I've
around
always
this neighborhood.
I've always said it. I was like, "There's a disconnect. There's a disconnect."
All the
I think
women who
disconnect.
walk around this neighborhood look bummy because if they don't look bummy, they become target practice. I understand it.
No,
It's
you know
fucked
what?
up.
You know what the thing is?
But
Like, I
it's-
see women who dress nice, right? Not like this though, but women who do dress nicer, usually they're in pairs with another woman or they're with a guy. So the guy is right next to them. They don't walk alone. They don't walk alone at all. In fact, I remember like the one time. Hold on. I remember like the one time I saw, you guys know I have a fur coat, right? The one time I wore that fur coat outside by myself, I was actually with Lewis. I was like, I gotta wear this fur coat. Like, I gotta see how warm it is. And it was really nice and warm. It's just like, yeah, he was telling me, he was like, Erica, you know, you know how people think about fur here. Why are you wearing a fur coat? I was like, it's freaking 40 years old. It's older than me. It's from the 70s. It's like, there's no point of having a piece of jewelry if you don't wear it or if you don't, like, show off like how beautiful the piece is. And these kind of pieces, like, the reason why I show you guys this kind of stuff is I want to tell you guys, like, if you guys want to have like a nice piece of jewelry, like, please do not think like you have to spend like boatloads on it. It really isn't. You can get some nice vintage pieces for about $10-15, and of course baby it. Make sure you take care of it and prize it, because I know there was someone in my chat who said something like they were kind of squeamish about the idea about having vintage pieces because maybe the person who owned it passed away, but I don't see anything wrong with it. It's like you're carrying on like a little piece of like an era, and the person who owned it loved it so much that they had it with them until they passed away. And then their estate got cleared out, and then it got rehomed to all over the country. You know, if they're selling it online, right, it goes all over. So, yeah. If I ever catch like an estate sale where there's a woman who has like a bunch of like crystal jewelry like this, oh, I would be so tempted to, like, if I saw a whole bunch, I would be so tempted to want to get the whole lot. Like if she had brooches and hats and this, I was like, oh, I must rehome it. I must take it. Yeah, so it's really a responsibility. I don't take this stuff lightly. I don't see it like a disposable piece of jewelry. I see it as like making sure that this piece lasts for another 20-30 years, and in the future, you know, inevitably when I pass away, hopefully it goes off to another home, and then these pieces just go on and on and on and on. Let's see over here. No. Yeah, I thought what is his I don't know how guys' thoughts about gun ownership? I have, you guys know, I have nothing against gun ownership. I know people who do own guns in Hawaii, and they're extremely responsible people. I've shot a gun. I'm not scared of a gun. The only thing I'm squeamish about is like, I don't know if I'd be I don't know if facing that situation I could act responsibly with a gun. Just, yeah, it's like, it's like I feel like I have like a slow reaction time, that kind of stuff. But I don't know. What are your thoughts about gun ownership?
What about it?
Huh?
Need specifics out.
What are your thoughts about gun ownership? Like owning a gun in the future. Are you for it or against it, or no? Can't make up your mind right now.
For myself?
Yeah, for yourself. For yourself.
I'm careless enough that I would probably shoot myself with my own gun, so I don't know if I would own it.
Okay, so no gun for him then.
I know that I would if I have a gun, the person that's most likely to get shot with it is me. I'm careless. I'm careless mind. So, every now and then, my e-bike will just go on fire, or it'll sprite forward because I didn't use a 3-pin connector. I connected them all separate. So if the ground gets disconnected, it'll shoot 5 volts in my throttle, or I'll trip over shit.
But
I'm gonna wind up shooting myself.
The only way you would shoot yourself is you put your hand on the trigger and it's loaded.
Yeah, so let's say it's loaded and it's pointing down in my holster at me. I'm going to have my leg up. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to accidentally shoot it.
You have a safety though.
I forget to put it on.
Oh, for
Probably shoot myself.
Okay, well.
The most likely person to get shot with a gun is me. Guaranteed.
Okay, so no gun for him. No gun for him.
Why? Who?
No, I was someone was asking.
I'm not against other people's ability to own guns.
Emily
I'm a
was
supporter of the
asking.
Second Amendment. By all means, if you want to own a gun, I respect your right to own a gun. I don't respect my right to own a gun because if I owned a gun, I'd probably shoot myself with it. But that's not to be confused with the Second Amendment in general. I don't have any problem with anybody else owning a gun, except Erica.
What? Why?
I can say.
What?
You probably wind up shooting them and claiming it's an accident.
What? And I just think like if something happened and I had, if I had a weapon, I would not just shoot them once, I would shoot them like 20 times. I know it sounds terrible, but it would, they would say restraint. I just boom, 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 and then they would say like, oh, you used too much excessive force. I'm like, well, I just wanted to make sure that they were like dead, like they were neutralized kind of thing. And yeah, that wouldn't be good, cause I don't know. It's like some people could say like, oh, look at this person. She's so full of anger. She shot the guy 20 times. I'm like, yeah, but he was coming towards me and he was attacking me, and then I felt, threatened for my life. So I just unloaded everything. Not good. I know guns normally don't 20. Maybe I'm like 6 or something like that, but still. No, you're supposed to, well, in Hawaii, okay? In Hawaii, according to like what we have castle doctrine, right? You're not supposed to, if you can flee, you gotta flee first. You don't want to shoot them, even if they're a criminal. You gotta like, if you're in your house and someone breaks in, you're not supposed to shoot them. I've heard you're supposed to run away from your own house, and then when you're cornered, then shoot them. And I was like, what? No. If someone is if your house. And yeah, you could say, okay, just go out the window kind of thing, or, go down multiple flights of stairs to escape your attacker. I'm like, no, you should exterminate them. That's just my thinking. I would not be squeamish about that idea, but I would be more fearful about what the consequences of it. So for instance, right, let's say if someone broke in, I had a gun on me, and, I knew they were a threat. I see that they have a weapon. I shoot them, right? Then I know that there's going to be a whole firestorm, because people would probably say, like, oh, look at this person. She has so much rage in her. Yeah, how could she have done that? She should have just shot him once or twice, and that's it. Not just unload the whole thing on him. And wow, look at this. We got like one shoulder shot, one chest shot, one shot in the head, that kind of stuff. Like, that kind of, I'm more worried about what the law would say, and I'm just being frank here, because you hear about certain people, they have a weapon on them, and they feel fearful about using it because they have a weapon on them, they try to stand their ground kind of thing, and then they end up in court because then people say like, oh, you used excessive use of force. So yeah, that's the fine line. It's like, So sometimes I feel like the law protects criminals more. And that's just my opinion about things, because I think, like, yeah, if someone goes into your territory, or someone goes on your property, and you feel like there's a threat, like, what are you supposed to do? Wait, wait and try to talk them into talk to, like, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me, I don't want any violence, please don't shoot me, like that kind of stuff. You guys also know that I did a stream, I think it was like earlier, it was the last month or this month, I can't remember, where this woman, this was happening I think 2 years ago, there was a woman on her porch, this guy has a gun, misfires, and she tries to tell him, like, please don't shoot me, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do this, and even though she's saying that, he still tries to repeatedly shoot her. So she's trying to talk with him, but if the gun did not misfire, she would have had her face blown off most likely. So I don't go on the whole bandwagon of, like, oh yeah, if a person's trying to shoot you, you can just talk to them, they won't attack you. It's like, no, you run away, or if you have a weapon, you better unload that weapon back, because it's like, the more you're talking, that's the more time they have to attack you more. And you might think like you're a FBI negotiator, but 99% of us are not that skilled, right? You can't talk to a person down and say, like, oh, so I was just wondering, why did you decide to randomly target me with a weapon? Can you please explain that? Because I'd want to get home safe. Like, they don't want logic, they just want to make you go away. Yeah. No, I mean, like, yeah, see the thing, like, I have no clue how I would react in that stressful situation, but I would think that if I felt a lot of fear, right, the first thing you would do, right, you would either freeze up, or you would just charge, you would charge, and you would just say, or if you have a weapon on you, you just, like, you get what I'm saying. And those are really the only two things. I think that it's not good to just try plead for your life kind of thing. I think you need to take control about that stuff. And if you put your safety in the hand of the person who's threatening you, that's not a really good thing to do. Yeah. You should do everything. And then also, right, it's just like, yeah, it's a lot of stress on person, because, like, nobody who wants to defend themselves goes out there thinking, like, man, I want to exterminate a life. That's not what people think. They always think to themselves, like, they want to get home, they want to make sure that they're not hurt. But worst case scenario, right, you find yourself in a confrontation, what do you do? I would say, run, or like that. For me personally, like, look at me, I can't fight back. So my solution to that is just, okay, don't make myself a threat. And that is the reality of how things are here. You won't see me, if I walk out, you will see me in, like I said, you won't see me in this kind of stuff. I don't want to be that person who ends up getting targeted for her stuff, because someone saw her, walking down the street, and they try to approach her for money or something like that. And then, if not, like, some people, I think some criminals, they target people. Like, if I walk out like this, they could target me, and I could have a lot of scammers be like, oh, hey, you look like you have some money, you look like you look like you're, if you're, the connotation is that if you're put together, then you must have funds, right? You must have a credit card, you must have a good amount in your bank account, and no one's gonna say, like, hey, these are, this is a free t-shirt with a free hat with like $10 earrings. Yeah, that doesn't factors in people's minds. But yeah, so if you want to look better, again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Just pick your accessories, or pick your styling very carefully. And I seem to be getting drawn to, like, 1950s style or vintage styles. And I think it's great. It's like, all you need is, like, some white crystal jewelry, and you're good. White crystal jewelry, style your hair a little bit, have styled eyebrows, better styled eyebrows. And yeah. Let's see over here. Yeah, yeah. In New York, I can tell you that a lot of people, like when I read certain things, they say like, man, some stuff is out of control because you'll have people who are just minding their own business, and then someone will grab out a weapon, and the other person doesn't have a weapon on them. So then they feel like they're powerless to stop someone, right? If someone has a pointy object and they're threatening you with it, and you don't have anything on you, right? What do? You give them your stuff. You don't fight back because you know they can stab you faster than you can. You're not going to be a martial arts person. You don't have a weapon on you, but the big thing is, in my opinion, is a person who is a criminal, a person who is a thief. They're targeting you because they think you have money, right? They see you as an easy target, and if you look bummy, you got less chance. It reminds me of that, yeah. So yeah, it's like I don't have any fear about. Um, oh, hello. Oh, look who's here. Oh, we got the handsome man over here. Oh, look at you, handsome. I know. Oreo, can you? Oh, hold on. Oreo, you're on my stuff. You're on my stuff, Oreo. Let's see. I gotta fix this, and I gotta fix this. And I am just putting some stuff away. Okay, now I'm organizing right now. Look at this. Yeah, this isn't a Tiffany. This is just a box. So I got these boxes from my local free group, and someone was getting rid of a whole bunch of jewelry boxes, and I said, hey, you know what? I'll take your jewelry boxes. I'll put my cheap vintage jewelry inside of here. Doesn't it make things look so much nicer though? Oh, I love having a Tiffany box. But yeah, this is not Tiffany jewelry. That's the way that I can kind of like I can look at things and be like, oh man, I got my like nice Tiffany jewelry box with my nice crystal jewelry. Yeah, I do like Tiffany jewelry. But it's so expensive. It's so expensive. Yeah. Let's see. I hope you can say with all that it could be inspiring more of it. Yeah, it's sad. I heard, what was it? There was this one Asian person who was on the subway and they were getting harassed, if I remember correctly. And then the person, I think they were recording and like the person assaulted them, but I can't remember correctly. Thankfully, they didn't have to go to the hospital, but it's kind of like, I kind of think to myself, like, this is so freaking late. Like, if you're going to be doing all this stuff, why are you doing it now? All right? Like, I think there's just so many copycats. And I think people go down the bandwagon of like, oh, okay, well, let's just assault the Asians. And it's sad. Like, even there was this one neighborhood, and I think I linked it in my community channel. I think it was Crown Heights, but I might be remembering. Hey, where was the place where that guy was a laundromat? Crown Heights? Do you remember? Do you remember? I guess he probably has his headphones on. He's like, I don't want to listen to you. But yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. So that's another thing. Like, if you want to make your place feel like it's nicer and more expensive, or if you want to have like a little bit of luxury. I know this is gonna sound so cheap, but yeah, have like a nice, like, if you know someone who's getting rid of like boxes, like have a lot of like pretty boxes. I just saw this and I was like, oh, I love the Tiffany box. So I have, I think, 2 or 3 of these boxes lying around, and I keep my cheap jewelry in here. But every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, this looks like it's so special, doesn't it? Doesn't it? And then I also have, what else do I have? I have like my little, like, I don't, and let's put it this way, it's like I see certain things. Look at that. I see certain things and I'm just drawn to it. I'm like, man, look at these like nice little hangers and this nice little gift box. But yeah, I don't buy designer stuff. I don't buy like Hermes and Chanel and Tiffany. And, yeah, all the money goes to your prescription cat food Oreo. Oh, come here, handsome. Hold up. Let me show you guys this. Look at this handsome Oreo. Handsome. Look at this handsome face. Oh, you want to say hello to your fans? Yeah, so he got his dental gel today. And that is it. I think he's kind of relaxed right now. Oh my goodness. So newbie. So newbie, Erica. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, the box is more expensive. No, actually, the box is not more expensive than the jewelry. But okay, in case I never told you guys, in China, oh yeah, Night Vladimir. Um, so, oh look at that face. Oh, he's giving me that face. It's like, how did he react? He doesn't mind the minty gel actually. He doesn't mind. He's putting up less of a fight. I think he just gave up. He's like, okay, my time has come. I will. So I give him he doesn't fight me. He doesn't squirm out anymore, but he's mad. Like I can tell when I let him go because I just kind of hold him on his back, right? Just very gently, and then I open up his mouth and I put the gel on both sides. And then as soon as I release him, like I said, I don't hold him down with a lot of force at all. He just like runs away and he's all mad. I know, Oreo, you medkit, you med. But you know what? You're gonna have very good teeth, Oreo. You gotta make sure your teeth look good. Maybe a pretty cat will come your way and she'll be interested in you. Or maybe just Clinton and him will be bros because Blackberry rejects them both. Who knows? But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so in China, I was reading about it. Some people, what they do is they get bags. Hold on, let me show you guys this. Let me show you guys this. I don't know where it is. I don't know where my Hermes bag is. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, in China, what they will do is that they'll actually get like bags, and they'll actually carry it around like a store, like this. You see, and then they'll just like walk around, and it has like nothing in it except like the tissue paper, and then Oreo, why are you gonna hit my Chanel bag? And then yeah, they'll just walk around with it, so it looks like they spent a lot of money. Or they'll take a picture of it, like be at a table drinking like a Starbucks coffee or a cafe, and then they'll have like their shopping bag in there, so that way they can tell their followers like, wow, look, I bought something from Chanel. It's so expensive. For me, Oreo, stop hitting my bag. I only have one of these bags. Oreo wants to hit my Chanel bag. But yeah, I found that bag actually at a recycle bin. So I was passing by and I saw it. I was like, oh, what is that? And I looked at it. It's a Chanel paper bag. So yeah, I have this thing where it's like I only have like a Chanel one and I have a Hermes one, and that's it. But yeah, I kept it because I was like, oh, it's so pretty. I know, and I'm not gonna be buying any Chanel bag or Hermes bag, at least not for now. At least not for quite some time. But yeah, Oreo, huh? Do you know how much? Do you know how much cat food we could buy with a Chanel bag though? You know, Chanel bags are like $4,000, Oreo. I know. This cat eats so much freaking prescription food. So yeah. So in case you guys like see uh these Chinese websites selling like Hermes like paper bags, like the shopping bag or the Gucci one or the Chanel bag. That's one of the reasons why. And I when I heard about it, I just laughed. I was like, oh, that's so smart. Like, can you imagine if you're like a celebrity, like in China or something, like a small time celebrity, and they have all these like freaking Chanel or Gucci bags, and people are like, oh, wait a second, isn't that so and so celebrity? Um, yeah. So, okay. So, what you do is you go shopping. You go to a shopping mall. You carry the bag with you, right? And then you get the tissue paper, or you just put stuff inside of it, like light stuff. So you don't. And then you take a picture next to it. So it's like, oh, look at me in my Chanel bag today, like that kind of stuff. Where you'd be really casual, like be at a you know what I'm saying? It's like giving off this image that you have like loads and boatloads of money. Like you have your coffee drink, and it's like, oh yeah, we did some shopping today, living the life of luxury kind of thing. Yeah. So, but I like the bag because I was like, ooh, it's a nice. Actually, you know what? When I was looking at this bag, I was like, look at the straps. Like the straps itself look very different than the cheap straps, and even the paper itself. And I was like, ooh, you got the little camellia over here. Yeah. When you're living a frugal lifestyle that you don't have a Chanel bag, you just got the paper bag. But whenever I see that paper bag, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, that's a nice paper bag. So yeah, I have a little collection of paper bag. I only have two though. I only have a Chanel and I only have a Hermes. Maybe one day I'll get a Gucci one and I'll just have like a stack. And maybe if I have an Instagram, right? Maybe if I have an Instagram, I'll be like, yeah, look at this. And that kind of stuff. Yeah, it is shallow. It is misleading. But the whole point is like when you have an Instagram, right? People want to show off. Like, look, I'm in my private jet, or it's all about the likes and it's all about conjuring this image. The sad thing about Instagram, I don't have an Instagram. Like, I don't have an Instagram where I post pictures or anything. I don't post anything. I'm just a total lurker on Instagram. But yeah, the thing about Instagram is like people, they want to like give off this lifestyle, like they have this great luxurious lifestyle, and that's how they get the likes, right? People are drawn to this image of success and wealth. And I hear about people who max out their credit cards because they say, oh man, I want to get those Instagram followers. Dang, I gotta take a trip to, let's say, so and so country, or I gotta take a picture, me jet setting over to Spain or Japan, or Europe or something like that. And they like to give off this thing where they're very wealthy. But yeah, a lot of people go on to debt, trying to make it as like one of those like lifestyle, or what do they call, like traveling Instagrammers, people, thingy-majiggies. And yeah, I want to know the individual, not the material vlogging. On Instagram though, it's all about materialism, right? It's all about like, oh, look how cool my nails are. Look how good my body looks. Look how expensive my bag is. They'd be like repping their. This is a free. This bag is so cheap. Look at this. Oh, it's so hard. Look how hard it is. Oh, it's so freaking hard to like collapse this damn bag. I'm like, I was like, oh, it looks good, but it's a total piece to clothes. See that? I don't know. Maybe I gotta find myself a classy bag that doesn't require arm strength. It doesn't require arm strength. So yeah, if you get a bag, make sure you can close it. See this? Like, I'm actually wincing whenever I close this. I'm like, it looks like I'm exaggerating, but I'm really not exaggerating. This thing really is shitty. But I kept it around because I was like, oh well, if I'm just like looking in the mirror trying to figure out my style, okay, something like this doesn't match a clutch. I gotta find a really nice clutch for myself. And if I do get a clutch, depending on what it is, most likely I'll get a vintage clutch. But if I do decide to, let's say, if I see a name brand one that I like, I'm gonna be honest, like I probably will get a replica because I'm just afraid that if anything happens, I don't want anybody to steal the real bag. Cause yeah, like why would I want anybody to get that satisfaction of being all like, oh look, I got Erica's LV bag or something like that, or they wouldn't even know who I am, right? They would just say like, oh look, I got an LV bag, I stole it from that chick over there, and then when they try to resell it, I'll be like, hey, that's a fake. So jokes on them. And I wouldn't be happy, if one of my bags got stolen, I'd be pissed because like a replica still costs money. It's a fraction of what authentic one is, but it still costs money. So before I used to be against replicas, but after living in New York, I think to myself like, man, I would not want to carry an authentic one over here for sure. I would just only want to carry a replica, and I'd be very upfront about it. If anyone asked me, is that a real or is that a rep? I'd say it's a rep because I don't want to have the real one taken. And there's always a chance that if you do have a real bag and you're walking down the street, someone will take it. Someone will be like, we made a quick $1,000. You didn't get $1,000 bag. You wish you got $1,000 bag. It's gonna be a fake. It's gonna be a good fake, but it will be a fake. So yeah, I know people will give me crap about that and say like, oh Erica, how can you be so open about like possibly getting a replica bag? Just I think about it logically. It's I like the styles of certain bags. Someone's gonna I have to meet up with someone. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, so I gotta meet up with someone. I'll show you what I'm actually getting rid of. Where is my stuff? My keys are over there. So this is what I'm getting rid of. See these? These are red branches. They're a little too angry looking, I think, in the apartments. Actually, they would have looked kind of nice over here. Oh well. I have my 2 Christmas trees here instead. Yeah, they actually would have looked kind of nice if I kept them. Yeah. Oh well. So anyway, I'm getting rid of these branches. See this? And yeah. Yeah, now I kind of wish I kept them. Because I could have swapped out the Christmas tree and kept this off on the side. See? But anyway, so yeah, this is going to another home. They're about 55, 60 inches long. See how long these are? See? And yeah. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Because if I had kept it, it would have looked a little angry. Yeah. Here. In case you guys are not familiar with things. Oh, wait. Hold up. Let me switch it on this side. See this? So this is the bed. That's Oreo. There's my branches. So if I had kept this... Yeah, if I kept that over there... It might have looked kind of nice. But it would have also kind of looked kind of angry too. See that? See these angry red branches? So you guys can look through Oreo right now. I know it is nice to chit chat. I mean, like, feel free, like, do your laundry or something like that. It's... thank you. Yeah, so you guys can check out Oreo. He's hard at work while I go down and I drop this off to a person. Oreo. Oh, let's see. my stuff. Okay, here's this. And let me go down here. Let's see that person. Okay, I think that person's up here. No rush, I'm here. Okay. Wow, that was quick. That was faster than I thought it was going to be. Okay. So yeah, look at this. This was my homemade vase. Look at this. It was a cardboard box. I upgraded actually. Oh my goodness! I got a compliment on my hat. On my little hat. Thank you for the styling tips, you guys. Yeah, the person I gave the branches to that you guys just saw, they were asking me, oh, by the way, look at what I picked up. So I actually got this last week, and it is a sun umbrella. See that? And I was kind of surprised because this person had posted multiple times and they were trying to get rid of it, but everybody kept falling through. And it's a Michiko London thing. And instead of going out without sun protection, I'm just using a little umbrella. And I kind of like it because it looks pretty. See? So, anyway, let me put this back outside. And yeah, so I have been decluttering things, getting rid of things, posting things, and yeah, it's been going well. It's been kind of slow, because it's like for a lot of the stuff, I just want to rehome it directly, but yeah, it's been moving a little slower. Like of course, it's not like I'm just dropping stuff off onto like a Goodwill or anything, and I don't mind it because at least this way I can ensure that it goes off. Whoops. This way I can ensure that it goes off into a good home rather than yeah, just me what's that word? Just me dumping things off. So the whole thing about me is like I don't mind giving things away, but I want to make sure that it doesn't go straight into the landfill. One thing I learned about the from dumpster diving and talking to people who are dumpster divers, they say a lot of the times if you donate things, it just goes into the landfill because it's like, think about it, right? Or they ship clothes off to a third country. So think about it, right? Let's say you donate a jacket. You might think, okay, well, if I donate it to a jacket to Goodwill, it's going to end up on the shelves because it's a nice jacket. False. Because you're not the only one donating your jackets. So a lot of times what these places do, like Salvation Army or Goodwill, they might bail up all the clothing and sell it over to a third world country, and then the third world country, could recycle it, or they could try to resell it. Like if you have a nice, let's say, I don't know, a nice jacket, like a brand name jacket, they might like take that piece out and say, let me try to sell it here in my third world country and then make some money. So it doesn't go within the community, and I rather keep things in the community rather than have it shipped off to, let's say, yeah, some other country. It's like, I think that for me, like a lot of the stuff that I do have, I get it from the community, or I find it like around New York. So when I find it, right, why not just keep it within New York? And that way I can ensure that the people who do have it, they will give it, they will appreciate it, and hopefully they pass it on. So when you give something to someone, right, if they got it for free, and let's say they're part of like a free cycle group or buy nothing group, they're going to be more inclined to think like, okay, well, I have this clutch and I picked it up for free and I got it for free, probably should pass it forward. So it causes like a good thing about that, and I really like doing that. In the event that I can't move things out, what I try to do is I try to do free boxes, as you guys know. One of my free boxes I learned the hard way. Last time I had a wonderful size box, and I kept it on. I kept it on the day before trash pickup, and instead of just leaving my box there, they ripped it off from my little post. So I have my second free box, and then these strings will go against that little post, and then I can put my stuff over here. So anything that doesn't get picked up by my local free groups, I put into a free box, and then it gets out of there for sure. So I haven't had any items that didn't get picked up, and I like it that way. I rather have, like I said, I don't have a problem with getting rid of stuff. I have a problem with it going into the landfill. So I try to do, it takes a little bit more time, but again, I don't mind it because it's like sometimes you see people. Really, last time someone pissed, you sure it was someone who pissed, and it was a dog? That's why for me, like, I try to have like a tall box, like one of those the boxes that paper towels come in. It's like this tall, like 1 foot tall, at least 1 foot tall, because that way a dog's leg can't go on the items. I don't care really too much if they piss on the box. Like I would not be happy if they pissed on a box, but I'd rather have them piss on the outside rather than piss on the inside. And yeah, so, oh, and the other thing The other thing that I know this is gonna sound a little strange for me to say, or not so strange, but I would highly recommend that you guys incorporate a little bit of some nice stuff in your life if possible. I know I said that previously, but here's what I mean. So you guys know I have my earrings. You guys know like I have my cute little hats. Oh, I like this hat so much. Yeah, so there's a difference between me with hat and without hat. And the other thing that's really nice to have is I like having something that's silk. So I use a scrunchie almost every single day. Almost every single day. If not, I'm using either this scrunchie or this scrunchie. And I know it's yeah, look how beautiful that is. So this is like my indoor scrunchie. You guys probably remember, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this in a stream, but I was on a bike with Lewis and I had a scrunchie like this and it fell off my hair because it's silk and it's super soft. So when I was on the bike, because this is so silky and glidey, it fell right off my hair, you know, going on a bike at such high speeds. And I was so crushed that we went about, I'd say, 2 miles looking for this damn scrunchie on the road, and we couldn't find it, so I had to order another one. And I love it so much. So this is, in my opinion, the superior scrunchie, and Andrea actually sells this. So I ordered both of these from her, and these are my favorite scrunchies. It's just that like I'm always aware, like okay, I cannot go on a bike with these scrunchies because if I lose them, it's gonna be so crushing. See that? It's a hand painted scrunchie. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So yeah, I do wear these ones, but I try to like this is my like number one scrunchie that I'm wearing like when I wake up and I go to sleep. Sometimes I fall asleep with it, and then when I'm volunteering, I usually go with this scrunchie. I know. So I only have like 3 scrunchies. Actually, more than that, but these scrunchies only are the only ones that get used. So yeah, I like using silk. I like silk. I know it makes me sound so like da 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 da. I like silk. I like pearl. I like rhinestone. I like fur. I sound like I'm so high maintenance, don't I? But it's not having like lots of it. It's just having like little touches. So for silk, like I have a silk scrunchie. I also have a silk shirt that I fall asleep in. Yeah, I was so shocked. Like I found a silk shirt in one of those free boxes, and I was like, oh, it's 100% silk. And if you guys have never ever slept in silk before, it is amazing. It's amazing. It's so soft and it's so cool, and cotton and all these other like polyester or like rayon or whatever fabrics, they do not compare. Even like the softest t-shirt does not compare to silk. I love silk so much, but silk is so expensive. Like if you look at like the price of like a silk pajama set, you're looking at like $200. It's crazy. Silk, they have silk pillowcases. Those are pretty pricey too. So something like a silk scrunchie for like $20 is one of those like little pieces. It's like, yeah, it's always in my hair. I interact with it every day, and it's like a small little chunk instead of buying like lots and lots of silk items. But yeah, so it's so nice. It's so nice to have a really good scrunchie, and I can confidently say like I have no desire to buy any other scrunchie besides like those silk scrunchies, or because it's just like on a whole nother level. Like I how would I describe it? It's like if you have like a item that you know like your favorite comfortable t-shirt, it's like that. Or it's like if you have like a really nice 2 hours later. Dan Lewis put in time. What do you mean 2 hours later? No, no. It was like 2 miles. It was 2 miles. It was like so we went home and then we went back, and it was like I think it was like 1 or 2 miles. We just short of crossing the bridge back over to Manhattan. We were looking all over for it, and I was like, damn it, where the hell is my scrunchie? I was so pissed off about this scrunchie. See this? See this scrunchie? So actually, you know what? I don't even have the link for my scrunchie over here. Yeah, if you go in the link of the description, you can look at Andrea's shop. She sells like a pink scrunchie. She only has like one giant pink scrunchie. This is like the best scrunchie in the world. I kid you not. I refuse to leave the house with this scrunchie because I'm in fear that I'm gonna lose this scrunchie. It sounds crazy for me to say it that way, but I will absolutely not leave the house with this scrunchie. I will make sure, like, before I leave, I always like check my hair. I'm like, do I have the silk scrunchie on? Because once you lose one silk scrunchie, you don't want to lose another silk scrunchie. And it's one of those like first world problem things. I can honestly admit that. But yeah, he saw how I felt like 1 minute 45 of eating crackers. I don't. Yeah. So yeah, it's just like one of those things where it's like it seems so small and insignificant, but once you have something that's like a really nice quality and it's really soft and silky, you don't want to ever like lose that away from you. But yeah, it's nice to have a really good scrunchie. 2 hours later, the headbands. Let's see over here. Let me check something. Yeah, nah, I was just looking at something. But anyway, I'm over here with Oreo, and I think Oreo's ready to go to sleep. I'm going to probably go out and buy some. Ooh, it's 5 p.m. Yeah, so I'm gonna go out right now and buy some pork belly because I need to eat something. I think I only had yogurt. I only had yogurt and a banana for breakfast, so I'm getting a little hungry and I need to eat some protein. I still have beef stew in the fridge. I have my clams. You know, I'm gonna finish my mussels. You know, my mussels that I ate yesterday. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I highly recommend that if you guys haven't seen my community post from yesterday, if you didn't see my little mussel stream, try and buy some mussels because I could not believe how cheap they were. They were only about $3.50 a pound. So freaking cheap. I bought clams. I bought a dozen clams. Like I don't buy seafood, right? So I bought a dozen clams for $8, and I don't know if that's a good price or a moderate price. It seems a little high, but if I go to a restaurant, it'd be so much more expensive than $8, right? So I think in the future I'm going to be eating a lot more mussels, probably like 1 pound of mussels a week. Make them in some garlic, like some red wine or white wine, butter sauce, and yeah, it's like a little bit of luxury, but it's so cheap to make. It's like a $5 meal. It's like I think it comes out to like $4.10 or $4.50. Highly recommend if you guys want to treat yourself. Buy some mussels, get some Kerrygold butter, buy some Italian seasoning. Our Italian seasoning comes from Family Dollar. It's like $1 for a huge jar of it, like $1 for a jar like that big. But I think people need to incorporate a little bit more like higher quality stuff in their life. Stay away from processed foods. Stay away from crap clothing, and it doesn't have to be expensive. I can give the recipe one day. Okay, you know what? I can tell you the recipe right now because I know I'm not gonna get around to making a video. So this is what I do. Okay. You guys can just like watch back into this part. So I have an Instapot, and then my Instapot I put in about like 1 pound or 1.5 pounds of meat. I get grass-fed chuck because it's about $12 a pound. So you guys know my stats about grass-fed meats. Grass-fed meats are healthier, and so I get that. I get about 1.5 pounds of meat, and then I get that off Amazon Fresh. You guys can look it up. It's like the only grass-fed chuck. I think it's like $18 for 1.5 pounds, but I could be remembering around 17 or $18. So I thaw that out. If it's frozen, I cut it into cubes, which isn't hard at all. and then I turn on my Instant Pot, put it on the saute function, take out a chunk of butter, right? I don't measure stuff. I just chunk it out. So I take out a small chunk of butter, put the meat, melt the butter, um, brown the meat in there. So it takes about 3 to 4 minutes. It's not perfect. My browning is not perfect, but if you brown it, it's more flavorful. And then after it's sautéed, I get a bunch of vegetables. You can put in things like broccoli, you can put in things like tomatoes, onions. You guys know, like, I'm so frugal that I actually, when you eat watermelon, you know how you have that white rind part? I cut off the hard green rind and I cut the pieces into chunks. So, that white section, not the outside rind, just the white section. I will actually cut that out after I eat watermelon, because I eat my watermelon by cubing it, right? So my mouth doesn't touch the white section. So I cut out the white section, cut it up into pieces, throw it into my stew like squash. So if I don't have my beef stew around, then I'll just freeze the watermelon rind. Not the hard green part, okay? Cut off the hard green part. It's just the white part. And then I'll throw that in there, and then I'll throw in carrots. I'll throw in any vegetables that I have lying around, like maybe a zucchini, bell peppers, and then I'll add in 3 packets of instant beef broth. So I use a thing called, I think it's Bare Bones is the brand that I use. And yeah, I should actually do a stream about this. And I'll put in 3 packets with 3 cups of water. And then I'll usually add in something like half a cup of red cooking wine in there, just half a cup or 3/4 of a cup. And salt, of course, salt, pepper on the meat. And use a little bit, like a bunch of ketchup, maybe like 1 tablespoon worth of ketchup. And then maybe something like 1 tablespoon worth of Worcestershire sauce. And then I'll make sure, like, most of the vegetables are covered, right, under all that liquid. And then I'll put on the Instant Pot cover. I'll set it up for 25 minutes on slow cooker. Pressure cooker, yeah. 25 minutes on pressure cooker. I think it was high or no, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's high pressure. And then I'll let it go on for like 15 minutes, because they do a natural release cycle. So after the 25 minutes are up, right, it gives you a little beeping sound. And then I let it go for 15 minutes. It usually says like natural release, but there'll be a little L. And then when it hits 15 minutes, after the 25 minutes are up, then I'll just open it and eat. That's it. And then for that beef stew, I'll keep it actually inside of the Instant Pot container, and then I'll eat it for the course of like 3 to 5 days. Yeah, usually 5 days. I know some people will be like, oh, Erica, you gotta eat your meat sooner than that. I haven't had a problem with it being in the fridge for like 5 days or even 7 days. So that's usually my main meal that I eat. And I find that if you put in broccoli, it's a little bit more smelly. I like, but favorite things I like putting in, of course, is onions, carrots. My little watermelon rind is good to put in. And what else is there? Tomatoes are good too. You can also put in things like, bell peppers. Yeah, that's basically it. Zucchini. Yeah. Pretty simple. Pretty freaking simple. So, yeah, I'll make a video on that, actually. Maybe I won't, like, show me cooking it, but, yeah. Because I know, like, if I cook it, I'll be like, oh my gosh, then I got all this, like, then you got to see me, like, show that whole video. I mean, I could do a live stream, I guess. A live stream with me cooking meat. Like, okay, hold up, this looks so unprofessional. There's no video editing. It's just live, and you guys gotta see me, hear me curse or something if I drop something, or if I have Clinton meowing at me. Not like one of these YouTubers, right? Some of YouTubers are just very like, oh, look how cool I am. Yeah, okay, so we just make sure that we have this on for 25 minutes, and then afterwards we do. No, like, yeah, my videos are so unprofessional. Hold on. Yeah, so, yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Just get any vegetables that you have lying around. But yeah, if you use broccoli, it's gonna be a little bit more smelly. You might not even like it with broccoli or cauliflower. Sometimes I'm like, I wish I didn't add so much broccoli in there. Like, think about like the traditional beef stews, right? They got celery in there, they got carrots in there, they got onions in there. But I use I just kind of clean up the fridge for vegetables sometimes. And like, okay, let's just throw this in there. Okay, I got some frozen, but okay, let's throw that in there too. It kind of turns into like cleaning the fridge kind of vegetable thing. Yeah. But yeah, squash is good. Squash is good. Turnips are good. But yeah, that watermelon rind, because I eat watermelon rind. I eat watermelon almost every single day. Almost every day. I love watermelon so much, but it hasn't been in season, so the watermelons I've been getting are kind of crappy. Yeah. You guys know I just eat the sliced watermelon. You know, like you buy the watermelon, it's like 99 cents a pound, but they get a whole watermelon, they cut into four slices. I don't mind buying that rather than the whole piece because I know I can't go through that much watermelon by myself. So I just pay a little bit more. And 99 cents a pound, I usually go buy like 4 pounds of watermelon. Much better than buying like the giant 20-pound watermelon. Yeah. So I gotta get going. Looks like influencer over here might be blowing his nose or something. But yeah, I'm gonna make some pork belly because I've been craving that so much. And hopefully I find it in stores. And I'm gonna leave you guys with Mr. Oreo. Look at that hard-working cat. Hello, Oreo. Wanna say hello? Oreo, why are you looking at me? He's not looking at you guys. Oreo, look over here. Look at that face. I'll let you off with some Oreo footage. He is diligently grooming himself. Notice when he grooms himself, he does not expend that much energy. He just kind of goes wherever his head can turn. See? Not too much energy is being expended. And after this, he's going to go straight to sleep because he's going to overexert himself on grooming. I thought he was going to fall asleep like that for half a second. Watching him makes anybody want to take a nap. Oh, my hat came off. I lie down. Uh-oh. This is the only bad thing about bobby pins. I gotta figure out how this is affixed to my head. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see here. We got one. Where's my bobby pin? I know I have 2 bobby pins. Uh-oh. Did I lose both of my bobby pins? I have to be here somewhere. Okay, let's find bobby pin. Let's see. Here's one bobby pin. One bobby pin. And second bobby pin is... Oh, second bobby pin, I found it. Yay! I need more bobby pins. Look at those little paws. Okay, you guys. I shall see you. Goodbye, Oreo. Oreo. Oh, he's gonna go back to grooming. See ya.